Trinity B1 ISC1 4 Skills Test, SELT Secure English Language Tests, B1 English Test ISC1, Skilled Worker, Health and Care Worker, Scale-Up Worker, Student Visas.
Hit the subscribe button. Help me get 100,000 subscribers. It is not possible without you guys. Please, if you're watching and getting help, please subscribe to the channel.
Question 1 to 5, I did, no, it's all right. So questions 6 to 10, I did a mark with answer A, I think.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit confused because can we check together? Do you know this text?
Yeah, we can do this. Let me just display it simultaneously. So, can you read for me? Let me first check your understanding of the text. Can we start with paragraph 1? Can you read it aloud?
Yeah, may I ask you, so I don't know, during exam I need to read it and it will be a tutor there or no? Or
No. You just have to do it for yourself, okay? Just a paper
I
will be
see.
given to you. But of course, right now we are practicing it. So I want you to read paragraph 1 for me. Then I'll ask you
Okay.
some questions. Then read paragraph 2. Then I'll check your understanding. I'll check your comprehension. Read paragraph 1 aloud for me.
It's really bad. I mean, because it's tricky for me. Okay, I will start. For many years, a driverless car was just an idea. Many people thought that a car with no drivers that can drive on city streets very close to people was impossible to make. But science and computers have changed that. Several companies now say they're close to building a car that will be safe to drive on city streets. Buses and even planes may be driverless too. If all this is true, it will change your world. Sorry.
Okay, so beautiful. According to this, can you tell me in your own words, what does it mean?
It says that what it says that before it was just a dream. It was like a magic. That the car could drive without a driver. Inside. But now we can see all these changes. So that have all this technology.
So what will happen in the future? If they're successful with making driverless cars, what kind of other vehicles could be driverless too?
Sorry, can you repeat your question?
Yes. So according to the paragraph, I'm not asking you out of context. I'm asking you this question from paragraph 1 that in case it is a possibility that driverless cars are available, okay? What other type of vehicles could be driverless in the future potentially according to the paragraph?
Buses and planes.
There you go, beautiful. You understand it. Okay, now read paragraph 2 and explain it to me. What does it mean?
It all began in Germany in the 1980s. An inventor built a car that traveled hundreds of kilometers without a driver. Since then, computers have improved a lot, and designers have improved these kinds of cars. They can now go faster and more safely around streets. A lot of companies wanted to be the first to produce a reliable driverless vehicle. One company even built a special city with streets and buildings, but no people, of course, to test their new cars. Now companies are testing driverless car in big cities, but always with a trained driver in the vehicle.
Very nice. Good job. So what is happening? What is happening between companies? What are companies trying to do? Can you tell me?
So it's for them it's kind of motivation to be first companies to make this car without driver. Challenging.
Good. There's a competition between company. So which company will produce the most reliable driverless car? And what is happening? Even they have designed a city without people, right? Now, some companies are even testing driverless cars in big cities. But of course, there's a driver that is inside, right? So if you
Right.
know about the big cars like Tesla and stuff, there are still driverless Tesla trucks available, cars available, but not allowed to drive without a driver, right?
All right.
Yeah. So now paragraph 3.
Of course, there are some important things to consider: speed, cost, and most importantly, safety. It is contained that there will be more traffic problems as cars will be moving more slowly. But one thing is sure, we will have intelligent cars within a few years. In fact, we have them already, but companies need time to test them before they can sell them to customers. They must make sure that the streets are safe with these cars. One common company has built a driverless car that has driven over half a million kilometers without accidents.
So what does it mean?
So basically, they need to test them, and they understand that in the beginning or when they provide these cars, it could be some problem with the traffic because they will have a slow speed. Yeah.
Okay. All right. And even still there are cars available that can
Sorry.
what kind of cars are already available? One company has built a driverless car that has driven over half a
Without
million kilometers without
yeah,
accident.
without accidents. Yeah.
Yeah, right. So what will happen in the beginning when the driverless cars will be introduced on the streets? What will happen?
The traffic could be slowly, yeah, because of.
Okay, and what is the one restriction? Okay, could you tell me why driverless cars cannot be sold to the customer?
Because they need to a lot of important things to consider, yes, speed, cost, and safety.
There is need to test the cars before they can be sold to customers. So right now they have not been tested properly, right? So that's
Yeah.
the case in here. Okay, paragraph 4 now.
Many modern cars already drive themselves in some ways. For example, they can park and stop very quickly if there is danger. They have very advanced computers to make them safer. Every year there is something new. But there is one thing: they still need a driver. The final change will come when we don't need to drive at all. We will simply get in the car and tell it where to go. That day may be very near.
Good, very nice. Okay, this is the final change. The last step would be when we can finally just sit in the car and tell the car to take us where we want to go. Okay, that's the
Yeah.
final step. Now, paragraph 5.
Driverless car will bring advantages. For example, we will have lots of free time as we travel, but we will also have to make big decisions. Should driverless car always be on the same roads as normal cars? Will there be age limits to drive these cars? Will we need a special driving license? Will children be able to drive to school alone? These questions may sound strange today, but with driverless car, we will soon need some answers and some new laws.
Beautiful, very nice. So now let's check your answers. Beautiful. In the exam, don't try to solve question 1 to 5 first because it can be very confusing. I want you to try with 6 to 10 first because it is easier to go through true false first, and there is a probability that even if you do your worst job, still you can get 3 marks out of 5. Why? Because there are 8 statements and 5 of them are true, right? So basically, it seems like anyone who has read the passage once can do a good job at picking 5 correct statements. If not 5, then definitely 3. So could you read A for me and tell me if it's true or false?
8.
A. A.
Uh-huh.
Can you read statement A first?
Statement A from question 6 to 10, yeah? This one?
Yeah, I want you to read this statement in here. The writer says,
Yeah, the writer says that driverless public transport is a possibility.
is that true or false?
So for me, it was tricky a little bit because I didn't choose this one. For me, it was false, not true, because I thought like possibility, it like a options that we don't have. But in my mind, we already have this driverless
Possibility means that there is a
car.
chance. You know, that's the chance. Like, for example, I say, would you like to have a coffee with Mara? And you can say, yeah, there's the possibility I may, right? The possibility means the chance of something, right? Chance of something happening. So the writer says that driverless public transport is a reality or is a possibility or is something that can happen. And that is true because he says this in paragraph 1. He says that for many years, a driverless car was just an idea. Idea is a thought, you know, but when you make something a reality, it becomes a possibility. It is something that happens. Do you
I
understand?
see. Yeah.
Right. So that's why people say, is there a possibility that we can meet tomorrow? Like making an idea or a thought come to reality. That is the possibility.
All right. Yeah.
All right. So that is actually true. People used to think it is just an idea, but this idea, people thought that it is something impossible to make. For them, it was just an idea. But with the science and computers, it became a possibility. It happened. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So why this is true? Because here they say the writer says the driverless public transport, that is bus or plane, that is a possibility that could be achieved. That is true.
Yeah.
Right? So you will write A in here because it is true.
Yeah.
Now can you read text B, please?
The first driverless car was made in the 20th century. It's true.
It is true. Why is it true? Because it was made
Because
in
of 1980s.
1980s. It means 20th century. That's right. So
Yeah,
you will
companies.
get correct.
Companies are already testing driverless car in cities. Yeah, they built like a special city without people. So yeah, it's true.
Companies are, yes, that's right.
Driverless car will make traffic worse at first. Yes, it's true. It is in paragraph 3.
Yeah, that's right. Good
More
job.
slowly. And some advanced cars today already park in the same way that driverless cars do. Yes, it's true.
Yes, it is true.
It's paragraph 4. Yeah.
That is all.
Yeah.
So, beautiful 4 marks in here. Good job.
Yeah.
4 correct. Okay, now in the exam also you will first solve 6 to 10. Okay, after that you'll move to 11 to 15. So can you tell me what is your answer for statement 11?
Impossible to make or the dream.
This one is correct. It was simply impossible to make. Yeah, so we'll
Yeah.
write in here impossible to make. And what is your answer for the 12th one?
People.
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and 13th I wrote testing.
Okay. It's not testing because they say use the exact number word of phrase. So it has to be test. Until companies test, we cannot buy driverless cars because we need to pick the exact number word of phrase, right? We cannot change the verb also as it is said in here, but companies need time to test them before they can sell them to the customers. So we cannot use the word testing. We have to use the word test.
If I will write like a test and it will be a mistake?
It will be a mistake.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, so I hope you understand this. So beautiful. Now we're going to move further because the instruction in the question says that exact number word or phrase because we cannot like change the form. If they're written car, we will write car. If they're written cars, then we'll write cars, right? So we cannot change the form of verb also because exact number word or phrase to complete the sentence.
Can you explain me number 15, please?
Yeah, sure.
Because I did. Yeah,
What is your answer for 14th?
I wrote to drive because
The 14th one is actually, do you know, one company driverless car has traveled with no blank for long distances. Do you remember? Probably we read somewhere 500,000 kilometers. One of the cars traveled, I don't exactly remember, but without accident. So with no accidents, you will write in here. Without means with no accidents.
One common driverless car has traveled with no.
Long distances. Can I tell you how this is done? Let me just explain this to you. For example, if I write a sentence in here that there was a beautiful girl, she owned a castle. Okay, so beautiful, if this is the sentence, and now if I want to make a blank from it, and I will write it like this in here, that an unusual blank was held by a stunning woman. So if I would ask you to fill in the blank, because both these sentences carry the same meaning. There was a beautiful girl, she owned a castle, right? An unusual blank was held by a stunning woman. What would you write in the blank?
Castle, yeah?
Yeah, so just like this, okay? Whatever it is, you're completing the sentence. So if you see in here, you can see some synonyms here. As you can see, one company's driverless car has traveled with no blank. And if you will look up, this says, you can even find the word one company, okay, has built a driverless car that has driven over 500,000 kilometers without accident. Now, 500,000 kilometers means long distance. Okay?
Yeah.
Very long distance. Without means with no. With no. So how will you fill in the blank? With the word accidents. First, you need to identify which sentence do I have to complete, right? You need to identify first that, because in the question says complete the sentences, okay? As you can see, complete sentences. This means that one sentence that is given to you that carries one word or phrase that is not written there, but you need to find it from the paragraph and complete the sentence. Beautiful. Do you understand?
Yes, it's quite difficult for me because I'm
No,
thinking
it's okay. We need another lesson for it. I will practice with you from an easy test, because this is a very difficult test. I want to pick sample paper 1 for you and try to explain things to you first, right? As cars drive themselves, blank for drivers may not be necessary. What will not be required for the drivers? It's the age limits in here, because all these things that carry question marks, it means that they are questioning themselves. They're not sure about it, but they're just thinking about it. Okay, so for drivers, of course, we cannot pick that. For drivers, roads will not be available. The only thing that will not be needed for drivers is the age limit.
Now I catch you. Yeah, it will be useful for my exam because I did in the wrong way.
So I think time of the lesson is almost over.
Yeah.
But we're gonna meet again and we're gonna just work on fill in the blanks and match the headings, because once we will solve it together and we will read it together, I'm sure it's gonna be very easy.
Yeah, all right. For
Can
me,
you tell me what are your answers for question 1 to 5?
it was all good. B, F, A, D, C.
B, F, A, D, and yeah. Very nice. Good job. Okay. But we need to work on writing and reading once. You will meet me probably Friday or Saturday. When are we going to meet again?
Can we meet because Angelina, I really worried about also writing as well. So I wanna that you can help me with the structure of writing. That it doesn't matter which topic will be. So
don't you worry. Writing is so easy. This is a piece of cake for you.